What's happening, guys? Gemma here. I'm back again for another video. So I'm often asked by you good people, what is my favourite game? And I figured I'd talk about my favourite game and the worst game I've ever played. Now again, these are my opinions, and it was pretty easy. The way I've done it is I've just asked myself what is the first game that comes to mind as a favourite and the first game that comes to mind as the worst, which I actually traded as a PlayStation 4 title. So without further ado, guys, here is my favourite game. It is Super Mario Kart on the Super Nintendo. In close contention came Ocarina of Time and Link to the Past. Now, for me, Super Mario Kart probably holds the most nostalgia in any game ever. And if any of my friends that I grew up with are watching this video, they'll tell you that I was an absolute nut for this game. Back in the day, I never actually owned a copy that came direct from my dad buying it. I always had to kind of trade stuff, and eventually I got my own copy, and everybody was like, Gemma, why do you like this game so much? It's so basic, you know. And I don't know, I honestly, there's something about that game that I just gravitate towards. And for me, although it's pretty monotonous, you know what you're getting when you pick it up, I could just play it all day long. And I specifically remember playing Balloon Battle track, it was arena / track number 4 with my friend Matt, and I just had a ton of fun. We were in his living room, it was the school holidays, and those types of memories just seem really, really rich, almost as if I can feel that I'm actually there. So the way I've done it is my favourite game that holds the most nostalgia for me. Link to the Past and Ocarina of Time in definite close kind of joint second. But I just love it. I love the soundtrack, I love the characters. I also remember playing it one Christmas Eve. It was probably the last Christmas I spent at my dad's. I was about 14. I left home when I was 15. And I just remember it was like, you know, you're about to go to sleep, but you don't want to go to sleep because it's Christmas Eve. And I was playing it and I was on Rainbow Road, and it's just things like that that I can, associate with Christmas, associate with kind of good times. And I thrive on nostalgia. I absolutely love it. Super Mario Kart, it is right here. You saw it on B-roll. What a game. It's my favourite game ever. I don't know what else I can say. I just love it. So it is the worst game I've ever played. It is a PlayStation 4 title. Sold it. Jess actually bought it for me cheap. Fortunately, didn't pay full price. It is free on PSN, PS Plus, sorry, this month, the month of September. It is Lords of the Fallen. It is an RPG which baffled me so much because I love role-playing games. Now, this is what I flipping hate about it. So you start the game. I initially made a mistake. I went for a class that was centered more around magic, a bit of a mage style class. That was a stupid idea. I ended up starting the game again and going for a knight. So heavy armour, really kick-ass weapons to begin with. Okay. And in the first area, I'm thinking, yeah, this is really, really good. I'm really enjoying this, slaying enemies, diving into kind of the dark passageways, finding secret doors. I really, really settled into the game. About an hour in, literally an hour in, you come across your first boss. This is where the game fell short for me. Could be very different for you. I couldn't, for the life of me, beat this boss. And I'm thinking, this type of boss should have been a boss in the middle of a game, not at the beginning of a game, in the middle of the game when you've had a chance to kind of level up a little bit, maybe just add a few additional weapons, upgrade your armour, and really kind of get into the nitty-gritty kind of stuff with the the RPG elements. But to have it as a first boss really, really, really frustrated me. Now, I never usually get that frustrated over games. Usually with RPGs, it's kind of trial and error. There was just complete error, and I was learning kind of different tactics on looking at guides. Got very close to beating this boss, but just for some reason couldn't take it down. And I just completely said, do you know what? For about 3 weeks, the game went. I'd completely had enough, and a couple of you guys have maybe had a flavour of this story before and agreed that, yeah, that first boss felt like it should have been further into the game. It just felt like the equilibrium was off, and I didn't like it. Because you get this false sense of security when you start the game, like, yes, this is going to be a really good RPG, this is just what I want, a complete immersion, I've had easier experiences in Dark Souls 3, not flipping Lords of the Fallen, like honestly. So the game went, and I will not be downloading it on PlayStation Plus this month, but if you want to give it a crack, by all means, go and download it. So there we go, now you know, Super Mario Kart, my favourite game ever, Lords of the Fallen, the worst game I've ever played. Let me know yours, smash a comment below, and if you enjoyed this video, please like, comment and subscribe. Tomorrow I want to talk about something, some kind of different side of our geeky culture, our gaming culture, but I'll save that for tomorrow. But for now guys, have a beautiful day. My name's Gemma, take care, see you soon.